Oh jeez. Hello guys, that's a lot. Welcome back to another cute little chat. I am a lover of hobbies. I think having hobbies is iconic. I am a girl of many gifts. I noticed as I scroll on TikTok and the internet, hobbies have become quite controversial.
I'm sorry, why are some of y'all so fucking mean? Some of you guys are so mean, and I feel like I've lost hope. I just saw a fucking awesome video of this woman literally making a wine glass from scratch, like in the shape of a flower. Like she made the top part like the petals and the bottom the stem, literally from scratch. Okay? And imagine my surprise when I open up the comments and everybody's making fun of her. They're like making fun of her for being excited. They're being like, oh my god, this is so millennial. Oh my god, the millennials. I hate millennials. What the fuck are you even talking about? This person literally made a wine glass from scratch. Can you do that? No, you can't fucking do that because all y'all do is sit behind a screen. Like, when do we start making fun of people for having hobbies? I would much rather every single time get way too excited about something and overexpress that emotion than have literally zero emotion or zero excitement for anything and just go through life like, oh, I hate everything. That is a person that I don't want to be around. I would much rather be around somebody who is so excited about everything that they're doing and wants to share that. So get a fucking hobby.
Today, my cuties, we are going to be talking about hobbies. Why getting a hobby, minding your business, and staying cute is probably the best thing that you can do with your life. And you guys might be thinking, like, Anna, like, what is so important about hobbies? Like, when we have social media, who needs a hobby? Well, let me tell you, there's actually a lot of importance that comes from having hobbies. I believe that it brings real joy to one's life. That can be said with anything. If you are doing something that brings you joy, it can honestly help you have a better quality of life. It can have you looking at life like, wow, this is actually kind of cute. I have those moments all the time, and it's like really like random stuff. It's not hobbies per se. Like right now, I am in a mood of really adapting the late 90s, early 2000s way of living. Going back to like simple things, physical media, simple outfits and wardrobe, instead of chasing like everything new, trends, cyber cars, new shows. Like I'm trying to like revert back to the beauty of like basic living, because whenever I am searching or whenever I'm on the hunt for new DVDs, finding a simple DVD like Bring It On, it brings me so much joy. Buying a cardigan or having an accessory that kind of resembles like the late 90s, early 2000s aesthetic, it brings me joy. I think randomly I had that thought when I was, and this is gonna sound so stupid, but like bear with me here. So there's a certain color that I keep on my toes. I'm not gonna show you because that's weird, but I mean my nails look horrible right now, but it's this color. I have that color on my hands and on my toes. It's probably like my favorite color ever. One, because it's really pretty. I wear toe rings. I was like, oh my gosh, my life is complete because my nail polish color matches my toe rings and it makes my feet look really pretty. That brought me so much joy. I know, you're like, how is that relating to a hobby? I think the hobby in that circumstance comes from me really searching for like late 90s, early 2000s accessories and like vibes. So because that fits that vibe for me, i.e. it kind of goes with my hobby, it brought me so much joy where I was like looking at my feet and I was like, oh my gosh, like they're so cute. Anyway, okay, sorry. Revealing your true interest, yes. In all of my cute little chat videos, I talk about the importance of finding your true self, your true identity, things that make you happy, things that you genuinely care about. And I do think that hobbies in some way can help you align with that if you are unsure of how to find out what you actually enjoy. Especially now, because I always talk about it, social media is just so saturated with people telling you what to buy, what to do. My brother's gaming, I apologize. But social media is saturated with someone always telling you what you should like, what you shouldn't like. We don't do that, we do this. That could be a little like, oh my gosh. So for me personally, adopting hobbies will most definitely kind of help you at least begin the journey of finding out what do you genuinely enjoy. It doesn't have to be expensive. I know you see the girls on TikTok and Instagram always having these expensive hobbies. It doesn't even have to be like that intense. Discover new interests, expand your knowledge and perspective. For example, learning new languages. It opens your world up to different people, cultures, and experiences. I can attest to that one because learning languages is definitely one of my main hobbies that I enjoy. I am a big lover of people's culture. I think culture in itself is beautiful, and I think it really does open your own personal mind up to how someone who doesn't look like you, who doesn't live like you, how they live. Languages that I have learned, I'm not perfect at them, but I've taken Spanish, Arabic, American Sign Language, Italian, Korean, I think. But I remember during my Italian class, I was the only black girl in there. I remember in the class, someone in my group, they were going to Italy, and they were asking our teacher, like, do they mind helping foreigners when we ask them questions, because like we don't speak the language, like, you know, like whatever. And my teacher was like, yeah, I think like they do. And I can also attest to that. When I was in Italy, Italian people were so freaking kind to me. When I was by myself and I got to actually interact like with Italians one-on-one, they were like the kindest people. My classmate was like, yeah, like it's scary, like it feels, you know, it's nerve-wracking being somewhere that you're not familiar and you don't speak the language. Oh, I guess it kind of matters. My classmates, they were middle-aged women and they were all white. When she said that, I don't know why it sparked me to say something, but it did. Learning languages and traveling, you know, having the luxury to be able to travel to different countries, it really should open your mind and kind of help you become more gentle and have more grace for people that reside in your own country. Because when you go to a different country, you become like the people in your own country that you complain about, if that makes sense. So look, if people complain about people speaking Spanish, for example, in America, because the Spanish speakers do not understand English yet, and they might feel frustrated. But then those same people could travel to a place like Italy, not speak the language, and feel uncomfortable when someone isn't as nice to them because they don't speak their language. Does that make sense? In any case, for me, the hobby of learning languages, it really helps me empathize with people, with other Americans that may not speak English yet, or who just have trouble speaking English, or maybe they don't understand American culture yet. Whatever the case may be, it just helps me empathize with other people from different cultures and customs, because I've been in a lot of spaces with a lot of Korean people. I don't know how they operate, you know, 100%, but whenever they do something that people might be like, huh, oh, eating, what they eat sometimes, they make noises. Things like that. It helps me have a broader knowledge of how people exist. America, we are a melting pot. We have so many different types of people that live here. That was a long answer and I do apologize. Stress relief, yes, sometimes. So I was trying just to find activities that can help me like de-stress. No. Some languages can offer you the benefit of being like a de-stressor, and I took on crocheting and I really liked it. I have like so much yarn that I have to like go through. While doing that, it did bring me some sort of stress like relief, but also made me stressed out because I kept on messing up. Coloring books is a real big one, especially now. Times are really aggressive and I think people more than ever need to find something to relieve some stress. Being creative is a superpower and hobbies can help tap into that. Some people are blessed with being able to already just be born with creativity, and some people have to kind of work at it. With all of my hobbies, it helps me tap into my creative side. I'm already creative just like God-givingly. I think tapping into like hobbies like crocheting and guitar, cooking, it kind of just helps me like make up things. It gives me space and opportunity to be even more creative in each of those categories. It kind of like stimulates your brain to think of how to make this hobby even more enjoyable. Oh, editing, making YouTube videos, that is a hobby. It's an outlet, and this most definitely helps me become creative because it challenges me to try to make every video look and feel different, hopefully to some degree. My hobbies, I have crocheting, learning languages, playing guitar, gaming, cooking, baking, drawing, making and editing videos, and also reading. We love having a lot of hobbies, and of course I still want to add more to that list. I want to play tennis. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because I have a cute outfit in my head that I want to wear. Hobbies versus anti-intellectualism. Intellectualism. Because others feel as though they can't, they feel like you shouldn't either. I wanted to make this this cute little chat about hobbies because I did see a video of a creator expressing that she made a video about her hobbies, and she was met with like hate, which is weird. I've never heard someone getting hated for just having hobbies, but this is the times that we're currently living in. And I do believe that people that are creative and have the ability to do hobbies, when they showcase it to the world, people start to project their lack onto the creator. So like if you are playing the guitar so incredibly well, someone that maybe has wanted to do that but couldn't for whatever reason, they might start projecting onto you. Oh, perfect, language learning. I have a language learning TikTok page. Thankfully, I don't get that much hate on that page, but sometimes I do. And a lot of the times it was from projection. People would just be and say some of the craziest things to me, and their comments made no sense. People, American, Black, and also people, I'm assuming that we're Korean as well.
Your pronunciation is bad. Why do you talk that way? You don't even speak it that well.
Literally, most of the time that just stems from they want to do something, but they can't, or they feel as though they can't do it, so they feel like you shouldn't do it either. Or they want to do it, wanted to do it, they feel that they're not confident enough to do it, so they want you to stop. It's literally all projection. So like whatever hobby you are good at, do not let anyone talk you out of doing that hobby. Don't let people's projections deter you from continuing down your path of iconicness. I saw a video of a guy, no, I think they were both white, but the husband, he spoke Spanish, but he spoke Spanish in an American accent, and he was not shy about it. He was speaking to the lady was able to speak to him back, and they were having a beautiful conversation, and people in the comments was like, oh, like making fun of him because of his accent. And I was reading the comments and I was like, but how many of you can actually speak Spanish? I bet you not a lot of you guys can. So why are you ragging on people who are doing something, who's doing something that you can't do? You know, that's how you have to think about it when you are having hobbies or when you have a dream. Even about content, doing content is a hobby, and people could try to deter you, and because they can't do it, they don't want you to do it either. If you're doing a hobby that you are genuinely passionate about and others they don't get it, ignore them. I get it. I'll be your support system. Increased creativity and cognitive function. Intellectually stimulating bubbles can enhance problem-solving skills and cognitive function. It stimulates your brain, because when it comes to hobbies, normally it's things that we might not be that good at, but honestly it doesn't even matter. With hobbies, sometimes you can be good at it and sometimes you can be not so good at it, but either way it stimulates your brain because it causes you to think, to problem solve. If you're drawing an amazing picture, you have to be constantly thinking about, okay, how do I want this to happen? Should I shape this? Should I erase this? If you're learning a language, you're constantly having to use your brain. If you're crocheting, you're constantly having to count how many knots do you have. Like, it's really good, and especially now because we are in a anti-intellectual phase in America. I don't know about the rest of the world, but in America we're like on this heavy right now. Using hobbies really helps you stimulate your cognitive function, really helps you learn how to problem solve. And I personally, I love thinking sometimes too much. Having hobbies is like probably like one of the best things for me, for my brain, because she's always like moving. So let's cognitive function. Basically, use your brain. I'm just kidding. The ability to think, learn, and remember. Especially reading. Oh my goodness. Reading. I know right now reading is like a little cute, like quirky, like I read. Reading is so good. It is so important, especially if you can read out loud. If you can, especially when you read out loud. I feel like reading out loud really helps people be able to have some sort of like confidence when they're speaking out loud. Maybe that's why I speak the way that I speak. Whenever I'm speaking to somebody, depending if I'm giving instructions or not, or even now, I speak with conviction. I speak with like authority of like, I know what I'm talking about. And sometimes, most of the time, I don't know what I'm talking about. I used to work at Starbucks, and it was, I can't remember which promotion it was, but we were giving out holiday cups, I believe, and there was the batch that we were giving out to customers for free when they ordered a drink, and then it was the batch that we were actually selling. And I remember my manager at the time, she was like, hey, are these cups good to go like for the free drinks? And I was like, yeah, those came from X, Y, and Z, and like, yeah, we can like give them out, whatever. I was so confident. Turns out I was wrong. And my shift lead was like, you spoke with like so much like confidence too. And I was like, I know, right? I am a retired Wattpad girly, but in any case, I read because I understand the importance of reading and not just like having my brain be turned off all the time as I'm scrolling on my phone. The brain rot epidemic, it is actually real. I think when people spend less time actually stimulating their brain, it causes them to be dumb. Like I think it really does. Like just the ability to critically think. I always hear on social media that they don't use critical thinking. While in some cases people do use that as a cop-out, I also see the truth in that. People can't think past what they see, and it is really unfortunate. I think that all doesn't stem straight from hobbies, but that just stems from people not wanting to stimulate their brains with actual knowledge. Instead, they stick with the idea that opinions are like, okay. Or like, I watched an essay on YouTube, so like, I'm smart. And it's like, no, you need more knowledge. You need to stimulate your brain a little bit more. I just think on the shallow end, hobbies can help with that, especially when it comes to reading. You don't have to read some like freaking memoir or like some really sophisticated book, but just any book that really gets your attention. Try reading it out loud. Try reading it to someone, depending on what the book is. But try reading it out loud just to see if that kind of helps you when it comes to speaking to other people. Read. Stimulate your brains, my children. Stimulate your brains. So another amazing thing about hobbies is that it draws a real connection between us humans. Creates genuine relatability. Yes. Which video was it? And I think it was in the rise and fall of influencer culture. I talked about relatability because that word gets thrown around a lot on social media because people want to relate to whoever. I think that social media creates a false sense of relatability. Side note, you won't ever 100% know what your favorite content creator is like, your favorite celebrity is like, because you're not in their life. So the sense of relatability, it's because they have curated that for you to see. Because people now they're yearning for this sense of relatability, I think hobbies are the best way for you to get that genuine relatability, because a lot of hobbies have clubs. To get back to the high school days of joining a club, join a group. I don't have Facebook anymore, but join a Facebook group. Actually no, I will try in-person club. There's like crochet clubs, there's like knitting clubs, there's guitar club. That really pushes you to search or to seek genuine relatability, because then you're also getting a genuine connection with a human, not through social media, not through ChatGPT. People online are constantly yearning for friendship. Right now, I feel like we are in a drought of connection, because I feel like a lot of people on social media, instead of actually genuinely looking or seeking for for connection, they are always just talking about it. Like, oh, I want friends, I need friends, or just maybe spend time with yourself, and in that journey you will meet friends someday. If you want a fast way to do that, hobbies. I think right now what's like popular, I wouldn't do it, but running clubs people are doing, you can go do that and you'll most definitely meet some friends. It also combats ignorance. I already mentioned the story about my Italian class of how the hobby of learning language really helps me not be ignorant to people who are different than I am. Especially right now, I think to say how progressive America is right now, we are so ignorant. Again, being ignorant is not a bad thing. A lot of people are ignorant to some degree. Ignorant just means to not know something. I found out recently that a lot of people don't know what ignorant means, and they take it as just like a negative like connotation. It's not negative, it's just you don't know. That's literally is you don't know. Especially on TikTok. TikTok is like the worst place to talk about culture or to bring up culture, because people are like, how do you not know that? Do you know that? And it's like, no, I didn't. I don't know what they do in Japan. I'm sorry. Like, hello, I'm not from Japan. When people are only used to their own like little bubble, there is a fear to like go beyond that because they don't know what to expect. I think to have just a better quality of life, I challenge you to go past that little bubble, because when they saw how people in China were living, not saying that it was 100% perfect because it wasn't, because there is no perfect place on this earth. The propaganda that people were fed about China and Chinese people, it was like popped in that very second. They were able to ask questions and, oh my gosh, what is that? What are your grocery stores like? How much is that? I've never seen so many Americans learn Mandarin in the shortest amount of time. People were cursing out people in Mandarin. It was literally insane. I loved to see it, honestly, because I like when people are exposed to a different culture. Just because something is different doesn't mean that it's bad. That is what hobbies can do for you in real life. If you are in some ways interested in a culture, go to their culture center, go take a class, do something to kind of take a step outside of like your normal everyday life. I think now more than ever we need less ignorance. We need people to be curious about things, and we need people to want to learn about things and to stimulate their brain. It also reduces loneliness. I feel like that kind of ties into like, it helps build like relatability. One way is, I guess you can call it a hobby, is like being a fangirl. I remember when I was deep in my K-pop phase, it was so much fun. K-pop and K-drama phase, it was so much fun to talk about it with different people and to geek out and to like make edits, and it brought me back to like the Wattpad days, reading fan fiction and like, you know, commenting and like kikiing like online. That is what the K-pop, K-drama world did for me. It really does help you feel less alone, because in some ways you take it a step further. Like, you watch the dramas, you comment, you follow people, and then maybe you go to a concert, and then maybe you meet these people online, being safe of course, and then look, you have a friend and you both relate with one another regarding this topic, and then boom, a friendship. Just by starting a little hobby, it can lead to so many amazing things. And I think again, now people are in a space where they yearn for connection to any degree. And it's so interesting, like my mom, she is a massive fan of New Kids on the Block. They are having a concert and we're going to the concert, and when she started making videos on TikTok just talking about them, geeking out about them, she has met some really cool women from just talking about her hobby, which is New Kids on the Block. That has opened a cool space for her. So I really do think that it can help reduce loneliness, but you have to do the work first by just putting yourself out there. Is it scary? Yes. It is. I won't even like lie to you, it is scary. I do think that it adds such a beautiful, rich little sprinkle onto your life. I think it's worth it. So go get a hobby. I think I have enough hobbies as of right now. I feel like if anything, I need to like just continue to like water all of my hobbies and like not lose my skill level in those hobbies. So, but that's it, guys. That's it. I hope that this video is not long. Yes, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night or morning. Be cute, mind your business, and get a hobby. Bye.